Hello, the prophetic weirdo here with a tarot reading. I really just want to do a collective. I recorded other readings, but I haven't uploaded them. I don't know why. I'm very self-conscious of, as I say, I'm very insecure about how I look on camera. And having a whole bunch of people, watch me and probably make fun of me or watch me just to make fun of me. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm very insecure. But let's see what comes out. Today is, hold on, November 19th, Sunday, November 19th, 2023. But whenever you find this video, it's, time is very fluid. Time doesn't really exist. It's just, we've always, even in the beginning of time, we always made it a thing because we just wanted to make sense of, what our life was day to day and why the stars and the moon move, and just trying to understand when you don't really have to understand it. You just gotta accept how things are, like time could be very, I don't know, sometimes it makes you just like, when you count the hours, when you because you've always grown up to count the hours, as you're conditioned to do. You start counting, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of hours and I didn't really do much. But then, why do you really need to do anything? Sometimes people just need to sit down and freaking smell the roses and rest a little and sleep, take care of yourself, maybe think, use that quiet time to organize your thoughts, to organize your house, to organize what are you gonna do, your expenses, your finances, But if you sit there just wasting time on comparing your life to others, or social media and other people, it's just that's when you start killing your precious time and wondering, am I good enough? Am I not doing enough? When it's not about doing enough. It's about doing your best, Okay, so the King of Swords popped out. And that's someone who's very intellectual, very logical. He uses sense instead of, common sense and logic and, intellect to make decisions, or to, instead of out of feeling oh, this feels, no, it's not about what feels it to you, or it's about what's right. The truth, someone who is always truthful, they always tell the truth. Sorry if I don't look at the camera, yo. It's just, like I said, I'm very self-conscious. And then I look at the cameras and like, girl, you look so stupid. Just like talking to nobody. But it's just, I'm out here in the parking lot and I'm looking at other people and I'm trying to see if they're looking at me because I don't want them to see that. I'm recording myself. Like, what's this girl doing? Well, there's this guy right here. It's like, it looks like he's looking inside my car, but oh well. There's a lot of cars coming and going and stuff like that. Ace of Swords. See, yeah, this is using logic, truth, new ideas, new perspectives with the Ace of Swords. And this is air energy. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So new ideas, new perspectives, new communication. It could be new communication. I forgot what I was talking about before. Talking about the King of Swords. Crazy. I believe the King of Swords is Aquarius energy, though. It's heavy Aquarius. And then with the Ace of Swords. Well, Ace of Swords is mutable, so it could be Libra. Maybe you had a conversation with air sign. You know, I've noticed that talking to my mom and just talking to people in general, you know, it's just Nine of Swords, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is Knight of Swords is the one in the bottom of the deck. And then there's Nine of Cups. 9. Close to an ending, to a completion. Because 9 is not. It's completion because after 9 it goes back to 0, but it's still, you know, 0 is still a powerful number, you know. But Knight of Wands is someone who is very, like, he's not afraid to go for what he wants. Energy, adventure, inspired action, new beginnings. The Knights are still learning, but are a bit more experienced than pages. The Knight of Wands is more focused than the page, but just as full of a but just as full of boundless energy. The Knight barrels forward, top speed, full of optimism, determination, and enthusiasm. When the Knight appears, it means good things are on their way. Now would be a good time to start that project or go on that trip. But don't be too hasty. While Knight knows better than Page which risks are more worth taking, they still occasionally leap before looking. So balance enthusiasm and realism to ensure the best results. The Knight of Wands analog, and this is talking about the enemy. because it's an anime tarot deck. I don't know if you guys like anime. I could show you guys though. I did show you the King of Wands, right? The swords is just, the Ace of Swords is just a sword. This is the Knight of Wands. But I was gonna say, I've noticed, like, talking to my mom, like, just talk, maybe because, you know, she's, you know, getting there of age. Yo, that's a lot of smoke. Something's burning over there. I don't know what the heck that is. Something's catching fire or something. It looks crazy. I saw it when I was driving over here to work. I saw it from the expressway, and I'm seeing it from work right here. The parking lot is crazy clouds. You know, talking to I keep repeating myself. Talking to my mom, talking to my aunt even. You know, people that have been around for so long, and then they start talking about, you know, before their generation and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy to find out certain things, and then finding out that, you know, your family was part of history, you know, in some way. As small as the contribution. I don't even contribute. Our family contributed to certain things, you know, in life, and I mean, like, history, like things that have been in history, in our history books. You know, we've been part of it, as little as or insignificant as it was. You know, we were part of it. You know, and it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's just. It just makes you think, like, damn, like, you came from. It just makes you proud of the family that you came. Regardless of all the bad things that has happened, and all the or mistakes or conditioning that happened, or, you know, that was going on. You know, like, that's how you learn. Like, that's how you learn to, like, break. I feel that's how you learn to break generational curses. Like, talking to your family. Not just your family, you know, like the old people. The old people that nobody wants to talk to. Nobody wants to bother with them. Nobody wants to hear about their woes and their, you know, it's the same thing, woes and worries. You know, well, woes is more like self, and worries is, I would say, it's more external. It's always external. All your worries are always external. You could, just like how they say, you know, you can't change what you can't change what you can't control. You can only control yourself. So everything else, all your worries are always external. It's always other things out there in your environment, people that you surround yourself with, and stuff like that. Constantly. You know, that's why I stay to myself a lot, because I don't like to be fake. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I could be totally fake. I could fake it till I fucking make it, dude. You don't even know that I was going through some hard shit. Because I don't like to put my shit onto people sometimes, you know. Like, if I vent on Facebook, well, it's there if you want to see it. If you don't, if you want to reply or say some shit or don't, like, it doesn't matter. I'm not looking for validation or anybody to tell me anything. I just put it out there because that's how I feel. If that's how I feel, that's how I feel. You can't change how I feel. I'm an Aquarius, you know. I'm a very fixed sign, so I have a lot of fixed signs. And well, yeah, I have a lot of fixed signs. So in my birth chart, so I should take this off. I don't know why I still have this on, because I just got here and I parked, and it's like, you know, second nature just to have a fucking seatbelt. I like to be safe. I love myself. That's what I've learned to. You have to take care of yourself. That's how you learn to love yourself, you know. And the more and more you hear about other people's stories and how they live their life and how they always had managed to try to screw other people's lives over by gossiping and rumors and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, like call up your mom, call up your dad. You know, only do it if, you know, they were good parents. Like, they tried their best. Yeah, they would get frustrated with you and yell at you, but they always tried to do their best, and, you know, to provide and to be present. You know, I'm saying like being present. I'm not saying just being a provider, because I know some fathers are not even fathers, they're just providers. They just provide the money and the shelter, but they don't even interact with their freaking kids or try to get to know their kids. You know what I mean? Or not, don't even know how to communicate with their kids. So, but at the same time, you gotta learn that like, it's fun. You know, it's funny. Like, us as kids, we always put our parents as like at a high pedestal, and we expect so much from them because they're older, and, you know, you're the one that tried to raise me better. You would always say this and that. You don't even follow. You know. But just like you, man, they're trying, dude. Like, they're trying to do their best. They know what's right and wrong, and they try to teach you right and wrong. But the fact that they can't follow it themselves, that's another story. That's their own demons. That's their own issues, you know. Sometimes our parents are not like, we try to knock them off that pedestal because, oh, they're ignorant, they don't know nothing, and, you know, they come from another generation, another era, it's totally different. Like, yeah, but you gotta understand, that's all they knew. They were being conditioned just like you gotta understand that, and you don't know their capacity because they're not. Just like at work, dude, like when somebody when somebody's teaching you or training you at work, they could teach you a whole bunch of, you're gonna, like, you get to that level, like, you know, certain stuff, and, you know, that you need to know. They tell you the things that you need to know, but they're not gonna tell you everything. They're not gonna tell you the little things, or the kinks and the quirks of that could, like, make you better yourself, you know, so you won't surpass them. Because they could teach you all that you know, but they're not going to teach you all that they know. You know what I mean? And that's how parents are. We're not going to say, oh, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing this right. But you got to work with me, you know, because a lot, you know, a lot of people, we got, you know, we can't label people too, like, oh, but you're a parent, you gotta know better. No, the heck they don't, because they don't know any better. They're just learning as they go, you know, day to day, as youngins. And you were like, oh, I'm just learning just as your parents do, regardless of how old they are. Every age, as they go up, they start developing or evolving in a certain way. Either they go backwards, or they get worse, or they get better, you know. And it's all up to every individual, each their own, you know. And then it just starts the new generation. It's just like a freaking cycle. And sometimes we have to learn to not be the victim, try to victimize ourselves, and like, oh no, it's because our parents, they messed us up and this and that, and, you know, because of this I'm like this. Because, like, bad things happen, but bad things don't happen to you to break you. Things happen to you for you, to better your to learn things, to experience life in a certain way where you could value it. You learn to value it. Every time that I would break my leg, I valued movement, dude. Just walking, or the simplest things of just freaking being able to walk to A to B, being able to go to the bathroom without needing help to clean your butt, you know, like to clean yourself, you know what I mean? Like, because you're crippled, or you got some like illness or sickness or some kind of disability that like stops you from doing simple tasks, and then when you're starved of that, you learn to value those things. So you have to learn how to value your body, your soul, your mind. You gotta be careful what you feed it, like who you're allowing your energy, and who you like. People that like to be like all handsy with other people, like I don't see it like, oh, like if a girl does it, like, oh, she's such a slut, she likes men touching her and stuff like that. Some people that's just how some people are affectionate. That's how they grew up with their mom or their dad or their aunt or their uncles or whatever. Like that's how they grew up. You can't change them. Like it's not because they're a slut or freaking, maybe just like in Mexican households. My example, my mom, you could tell that I start my generation, like me, my sister, or it was just my family. We started the boundaries. Like my mom would tell us, oh, saluda, like say hi, this is family, or this is so and so, saluda. I'm like, okay, hi, but my mom wasn't those, like she would like yell at you or pinch you to, she was like, hey, like say hi. We always had to respect. It's just about respect. It's just like I said, it's just conditioning. Like being just friendly with people, and there's other people that are just different. They're conditioned a different way, where people are very open. They like hugs, and they like kisses in the cheek, like Italians. That's just their customs. That's their conditioning. So but the way I see it is energy. Like some people do it without. Sorry if I'm talking too loud. I feel like because it's the air. I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was saying, actually. My mind went blank. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles popped out. Let me just go straight to that. This is the Seven of Pentacles. Not that it doesn't have an enemy. Usually it's just the court cards, like the Knights, Kings, and Pages. Seven of Pentacles, I think, is like investment of like long-term investment, commitment, patience. The Seven of Pentacles signals that you are at a point in life where you are waiting for returns on the investment that you committed to. You've put a lot of time, energy, and effort into what you're watching with careful, hopeful eyes, and you're unsure whether things will work out. Seven of Pentacles calls for patience. If you keep at it and stay vigilant, you should achieve success and stability, even if the form of success and stability isn't what you thought it would be. Always keep the bigger picture in mind and to stick to your commitments. See what I mean? Like Seven of Pentacles doesn't mean like investment, like money. It could be money, but like I said, don't expect it to be what don't expect it to be just always pentacles. Investment in yourself, and staying, like I said, staying vigilant, staying patient in your goals and your commitments, and in the things that you're trying to achieve in life. There's a lot of people that like one little mishap, or whatever you want to call it, anything that happens, like they want to crumble to the floor. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying it because I know. Like, I'm talking about out of experience. I don't like to talk about things that I know nothing about, so I'm not gonna talk about it because I look stupid. Like, that's one thing about me. Like, I've never been able to lie. Like, you can't keep up with lies because then you gotta remember things that you've made up. Like, how are you gonna remember that kind of shit? Like, that's why, like, my ex, my abusive ex, oh my god, he would lie so much. And but he would think like because his lying would be different. Like, he would put me through tests, or like be really sneaky and trying to catch me and shit. And he would do like grimy and shit, and I would be like, why are you doing that? I'm not doing that. What the, you know, like, he would like straight up like lie to my face. You know what I mean? And he would think it's like, it's not bad, you know. He's not lying about, you know, talking to a girl or cheating. No, but he was lying about things that, you know, were evident that, you know, I was being gaslit, you know. He was doing weird, obsessive, crazy shit that, you know, like, only psychotics or, you know, Jeffrey Dunham, some kind of shit would do, you know, just watch you and go through your internet, through your browser, see what the heck you've been looking at. I don't know, it's just crazy, man. Or see who you've been talking to. Like, who do you care I be talking to? Like, do you think I talk to every person about sex? Like, is that your worry? That I'm gonna talk bad about you because you are fucking psychotic and crazy? Like, I don't know, I'm just... This video went through so many freaking conversations about you know, and the Six of Cups hasn't even popped out. But like I said, like the talking with my mom, that opened my eyes to a lot. Like, every time that I talk to my mom, that we sit down and have like these crazy conversations about the past, about generations before her, and what my grandpa used to do, like what he did for his you know, his city, his little city in Mexico, and, you know, like things like that, like open my, like different things, different conversations, the things that she went through, you know, as a single mother. Like, it's just crazy, you know, like, and I'm over here worried about, you know, not having a man in my life, and this woman has been a single mother time and time again, over and over, like getting messed over by men who weren't worth it. Like, she knew they weren't worth shit, but that's why she made it out with, you know, without them. She was a single mother time and time again, did not let, you know, conditions or society tell her, you know, oh, you need to stay married to these people because you had a kid with him. No, she was like, no, I'm being abused, I'm being taken advantage of, I'm not gonna continue here, I'm not gonna stay here. You know, she had let it pass for, you know, when she was younger, because she was probably didn't know better. She's like, oh man, I'm in a new country all by myself, my family's in Mexico, I'm so far away from my family, I'm all the way over here, miles away, and I had to support this, you know, like put up with this man. Like, that's like, you know, there's crazy shit out there, people. Like, people are crazy, man. But you don't have to put up with that. Not even your own parents abuse, you know? Like, it's just crazy how the world is and how entitled people are to certain things and people, and that it drives them to even unalive them, you know? Like, it's just crazy. Like, even your own kids, like, or even kids killing, you know, unaliving their own parents, like that. Like, it's just... And then sometimes I want, like, what if all these stories are not true? Like, what if these stories are made up to scare us, like, to make us doubt even our own family? Like, because in the Bible, I don't believe much in the Bible, because religion is just a whole nother thing for me. And then learning certain things that, you know, the Bible has cut off, certain Bibles have cut off certain stories because they were just cutting stories for their convenience, just to not, you know, just so the truth won't be known. Because if you don't know the truth, you won't have power, and if you don't have power, you don't have power over anything, even your own domain. And it goes simple as like knowing how to take care of your body, knowing how to take care of your mind, body, and soul. If you know nothing about it, it's not going to be your fault. Like how in the Bible says, God forgive them, for they do not know what they do. Because you don't. And but it's not no fault to your own, but at a certain point it is. You start growing, you start seeing the world, your eyes are open, you see certain things, you know there's certain things out there, there's certain resources, especially in this day and age, there's a lot of resources. And there is no way, even back then there was resources. And like I said, things that my mom has gone through and has pulled through because there was resources out there. There's always somebody out there to help you, but you just gotta pick yourself up. You gotta want to change. You gotta want to do better. Nobody's gonna do it for you. And if you keep expecting people to do it for you, you're never gonna get out of your situation. And I've had to learn that the hard way. That's what I'm telling you guys. I don't talk shit just to talk shit. I don't talk about things that I know nothing about, because then I look stupid. This is what I'm going through right now. I've learned to value things in life, value people in life. Even when it was already too late, you know, like even when it was too late to apologize, I still had it in my head to have that closure to myself. I don't even need closure from other people or anybody else to apologize to me or to tell me anything. I need to see things as how they are, and that's how they are. It's nothing against me, it's nothing against them. It's just, we're just here living life, just floating around, just trying to, you know, do the best that we can, trying to survive. And that's what it's always been, survival. Everybody's in survival mode. Everybody is traumatized. Everybody has gone through a little something, a little trauma, you know, and then trauma bonding, and then, you know, and then there's trauma triggers, and you know what I mean? It's just a lot of things, especially after 2020. Everything that has happened after that has been triggering to the whole world. And it happens time and time again. You know, this has happened many 100, 200 years ago. It keeps happening every 200 years or every 600 years, where every generation has to go through some change. And yeah, it's good to go through it's good to roll with the punches and go with the changes, but at the same time, you gotta stay true to your morals and principles. Because if you have no morals and principles, you're gonna be swept away by anything, and you won't be able to stand for anything. You're just gonna follow anybody that's anyone. Just the majority, just like they've done tests, you know, just because one group was doing the same thing, they started doing it. Oh well, why did you start doing it? Oh, because they started doing it. But you knew that was silly, so why would you still do it? I don't know, I just did it because they were doing it. You know, there's been tests like that, statistics of that, you know, of that kind of test. So that just proves to you that we're just little freaking guinea pigs, dude. We're not guinea pigs. We're just computers. We're able to adapt. We're able to change, just like how computers are. You're able to tweak it, just like how the brain is. Trauma does that to you. Certain things that you've gone through your life does that to your brain. It triggers you. It wires it. It connects. It kills nerves. It regenerates some. You know what I mean? Like, there is a lot of kinks and quirks and complex shit that's why people, I mean, like, we've learned about the brain, but at the same time has been very complex and hard to understand. Like, how does this thing work though? what's making it work? We know that the brain controls everything around our body, but how is the brain working? Oh, it's just chemicals. This is da-da-da-da. Yes, but what made those chemicals? Oh, and then that's when, like, the thought of what's life and this and that, and then that's when religion comes in, like, oh, well, it has to be somebody or something out there in the world that did it. Or it's just plain science. Or it's both. Science is God. God is science. God is in every living thing, every creation, every organism. God is part of, because we are all one. I gotta go to work, y'all. I hope y'all like this video. Hope I didn't ramble so much, but I hope it was helpful in some way.